There'll be some people in the room in certain professions who use sales as a dirty word, who, I could never be a sales guy like those salespeople. Everything comes from being able to sell what we do. To bring our product or service alive in the mind of the buyer is an incredibly powerful thing. We're going to talk a little bit about this as we move on. But I started in sales, and some people say, how did your business get off to a really fast start, Martin? You went from a pod office with nothing to a team, a brand, a Talks brand, clients like Siemens, Smith & Nephew, Kcom, Jet2.com. How do you do that in a short space of time? It's sales. I went on a course. It was an American course, and for anybody who's ever been out to America on a course, this didn't last long, did it? I just can't sit still. Anybody who's been out to America on a course, they love it. I mean, it's over the top, right? And I went on this 2-day seminar, and I had this light bulb moment. I realized, and it dawned on me, that I'd been such a victim of my circumstance for so long. The company's crap, the pay's crap, the market's not right, I can't hit my sales target because of this, because of that, and we all get caught up in that at times. And I had a shift. I wanted to open my mind up, I wanted to learn, I wanted to educate myself. So I came off this course and I booked on another course. And then I read a book, and then I read 5 books, and then I read another book, and then I went on another course. And then I was pushing for my leadership development MBA, and then I was doing all of these things that was to try and open my brain up to a different way, that I could become the master of my craft. Since then, since opening my mind, my career went like that. I got a leadership position very quickly. We doubled our business. I was on the road to the next journey. And 3 years ago, I gave it all up and I wanted to have a go. I thought I was ready to have a go. You have to know where you're going. You have to know where you are going. I honestly believe this. The one thing that genuinely I can see that separates me from most of the people is I bloody know where I'm going. 5 years down the line, 3 years down the line, 10 years, at 45 years old, I know where I want to be financially, what the business looks like, what customers we have, what products we've deployed. And when people know where they are going, the vision, the visualization of where I want to be, it creates the law of attraction. When we visualize and see what we want, we always get there without a shadow of a doubt. It's what goes through my mind every single day. I know where Trans2 Performance will be in 3 years' time, and we will bloody get there. You have to know where you are going. If you are transactional and just always reacting to stuff in the present, you're never ever going to push forward as quick as you need to be. The next thing I want to talk about, the art of the start, is take action. It's something that I've always done, and I've got a lot of things wrong, believe me, but taking action, i.e. making bloody decisions. What we do is, if you think about human beings, we have an idea. And when we have an idea, what happens? 2 things happen. The idea is hot, it's really hot in that moment, you come alive, and your emotions are high. Believe me, we've got more things wrong at Trans2 Performance than we've got right, but every time I have an idea for the business that is hot and my emotions are high, I act. I take action. Is there a way you can bill out and cash before service so you have a positive cash flow up front, so even if 2 months down the line in your P&L you don't make a profit, you've still got cash driving the business? You can survive without profit, but you cannot survive without cash. And if there's one subtle change you can make to your business that allows you to free up or generate cash up front, you should do that. Anybody in the room who goes to 90 days payment to win a contract, you are a fool. You are a fool. I don't mind saying it, you are a fool. I've seen it happen all the time. Anybody in the business who stretches, who underestimates the importance of cash into a business is a fool. 30 days, all payment up front, and then you can have me to speak for half an hour. Because you can go months without profit, but you cannot go a single month without cash. Products versus services. Everybody talks about products and services. What do you have? Are you a service, or do you have a tangible product? Or do you have both? If you're sat in this room now, ask yourself the question, do we have products or services, or both? And is it truly a product? Is it a product that you own the IP on? Or is it a product that you actually can sell for a value? You know? Products and services. If you're a service-driven company, think about where you can start delivering products to your customers. If you're a recruitment company, get into psychometric testing, or whatever it might be. If you're a product-based company, wrap some services around it, wrap some maintenance services around it, some advisory, consultancy. Any business with a product, you can offer consultancy as well, because you're bloody experts in your field. So start to think about that. Great startups, for me, the art of the start is when they straddle products and services. They don't just sit in one side of the camp. In the art of the start, what kind of business are you? Are you a sales-led business or a demand-driven business? There is a difference. Every organisation I work with, within half an hour, I can tell what type of business they are, sales-led or demand-driven. By the language they use, the appetite they have for the future, whether they even know. Let me tell you now, most demand-driven businesses don't know where they're going. They're just going to respond to the demand, right? Sales-led businesses know where they're going. I believe all businesses, no matter what you do, should be an element of sales-led. Let me explain the two. Demand-driven is when you have a product or a service that is absolutely right for a target audience or market. You get a bunch of customers, probably your top 100, with a few stragglers in and out, coming in and out, and you will react to the customer's needs. And the demand-driven businesses can do well. You know, they can, if they get loyal customers, they can react to those customers and their customers keep playing business, and it's great. The most companies I see either lose market share or steadily erode in performance are the ones who get complacent and they are entirely demand-driven. Sales-led businesses, however, go, right, we are going again and again, and we want incremental growth every month, every quarter, every year. And to do that, all of the investment that we have and our focus will be wrapped around the sales team. It'll be wrapped around marketing, it'll be wrapped around social, it'll be wrapped around new products and service development. Sales-led businesses don't stop. Because let me tell you, if you're going to lose, even in a demand-driven world, 3% of your client base every year, it's only going to take 10 years before you're in trouble, 5 years maybe. And this is why I said the point at the start, sales is not a dirty word, it keeps your business going, it fuels your business growth. And what we are at Trans2 Performance, and I can honestly say this with my hand on my heart and very proud, is we are a sales-led business. There's only one thing that matters in a sales-led business, pipeline velocity. What that means is your ability, whether it's 3 opportunities, 10 or 40, to move those opportunities through the pipeline to an end game. Everybody has a great first meeting with a customer, right? You know, you have the coffee, you talk about a load of stuff, you leave going, that's in the bag. That, you're counting the commission, you're forecasting your business against it. Nobody has a bad first meeting, right? Generally, first meetings with customers are great first meetings. And then you go away, and you do your next actions and all the rest of it, and then every day that goes by, what happens? You become the stalker. You go from a gentle follow-up call to 4 emails and a voicemail, and you do that because the interest and the opportunity is falling off a cliff. Pipeline velocity, you've got 0. You've got 0. Let me give you 2 tips on how you can increase pipeline velocity today. When you have a fantastic meeting with people, you have to not leave that meeting without a mutually agreed plan, a map. Here's what 99% of businesses, startups, business owners, salespeople, whatever it is, you talk about what you can do for the customer, and then at the end of the meeting, you will go something like this. I've really enjoyed that meeting, and I think we can really help you. So what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to go back to the office, I'm going to speak to the guys, we'll put together a proposal for you, some pricing, and I'll send it through on emails. That sound about right? And what do they say? Yeah, all right then. One change that will make a huge difference to your pipeline velocity today is if you turn that on its head and before you leave the meeting say, you know what, we've had a great meeting, I'm really excited about this opportunity. What do you need to see from me in order to consider this and come to a conclusion? And shut up. They are about to give you gold dust. I might say, Wayne, don't give me any long-winded proposal, I'm a simple man at heart, just tell me how much, when you can deliver it, you know, and can I have a bloody split instalment on my payments, please? Something like that. If I've told that to Wayne, he can go back to the office and give me a 1-page email, exactly what I want. Martin, we can do this for you. It's going to cost this amount, and yeah, you can spread it over 6 months. Done. Deal. Stop saying in meetings, this is what I'm going to do for you. Spin it on its head. What do you now need to see from me in order for me to consider this and come to a conclusion? They will always tell you what they want. And all you then do is go back to your office and do exactly what they've just said. It's not even your plan, it's theirs. You've just agreed to it. Mutually agreed plan, a map. Second tip on this, before you leave with your mutually agreed plan that you'll be really excited about. What I teach salespeople, and even when Claire, my guys, always come back to the office from a meeting, I say, I don't want to know about anything. Did you get a date in, date out? And if the answer is no, pipeline velocity is going to fall off a cliff. Date in, date out means you had a date to go in to see the customer, right? You've got your date in. Do not leave the meeting without another date on the way out. So the customer tells you what they want from you. You just make a note, I'm going to do that for you. And then you say, okay, listen, I appreciate you're busy. I'm busy, you're busy, and I really want to keep the momentum here. Can we fix a date for me to come back in and talk you through it once I've got what I need? I've never met anybody who says no. They instantly open their calendar. And they go, I can't do Friday, Martin. What about Monday? I've been there for about 5 minutes before. But they will give you a date. No problem, you punch it, you write it down, you get back to the office and you send them that date on an Outlook calendar. You're going in Friday to talk them through the mutually agreed plan that you've just executed, which is really their plan. Date in, date out. When you have a date in, date out, believe me, you leave a sales meeting or you leave an opportunity and it's not very long before you're going back in. And it allows you to come back in and really close that sale off at the end of the pipeline velocity. If you are not doing these 3 things, you are not driving your business forward. Number 1, sales. You're getting the picture. Did I generate a new sales opportunity? Did I progress a sale through the pipeline velocity, or did I close a sale out? Number 2, customers. Did I wow my customers today or engage with them in a way which has secured that relationship? Did I wow my customers or did I engage them in a way? If so, you've driven the business forward. And number 3, did I somehow mobilize, motivate, engage, or help my people today? To upskill them, to make them better than they were yesterday. And if the answer to those 3 things is too many days in a row is no, then it's time to make a change. Time is important. We can't get it back, so let's use it wisely. But my challenge to you is, there's nothing more powerful than a decided mind. You need to take action. You need to decide on some stuff. Where are you going 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Are you a sales-led or demand-driven business? And if you can do one thing, if you can change one thing, it will make a huge, huge difference.